Hello, this is Pahn from Pahn's Beauty Salon, and I just want to jump in and talk to you guys a little bit about achieving your hair goals. So, one thing that I've been seeing a lot is clients coming in and being disappointed about their hair color not being what they wanted. So, a lot of the times, those are the clients that want blonde. So with blonde, it is tricky with being Asian, which is, my case because I have a lot of Asian clients. You can't really achieve it in one session. And I know that's really harsh to say, but you really cannot. Most of the time, if you're lucky, you can. But I don't make any promises, especially with somebody with a level 1 dark hair to who wants a level like 9 to 10. That's just really unlikely, and I never really make any promises, and I usually go over the process on how to achieve that color step by step, and that usually is within my consultation. So I'm going to go over a little bit about how I do my consultation and my advice for you to not be disappointed in your hair color when you go into the salon. So let's start out with like my advices. So one thing that people do when they go into the salon is they expect their color to be exactly like the photo that they want. And my advice is to not have such a high expectation, because your hair is different from the person in the photo. So it cannot be exactly like the photo, because that's just not reality. That's not realistic. So that's my advice, is to kind of have a lower expectation, and just have the stylist do their job, and just trust them. And that comes to my second advice, is to trust your stylist, because we are the professionals and we know what we're doing with your hair. Like it's really nerve-wracking already, like trying to convert your hair from a different color to your hair goals. So with you being demanding, that's just going to put more stress on us, causing your hair to not be what you want. So it's just really like nerve-wracking when a client is being demanding, and that causes a lot of stress for the stylist. So to avoid them being stressed and nervous around you and doing your hair, just don't demand like how to do your hair or how to handle your hair. So yeah, so that's my second advice. My third advice is to just understand and have an open mind that yeah, like you might not get this in one session. So have these stylists explain to you step by step on how to achieve your hair goals. So yeah, so let's go on to my consultation. So I usually ask all of my clients who sits in my chair, I ask them if they've had colors done to their hair, or if it's all just virgin hair. And if you do have virgin hair, then I don't make any promises either way, because I don't know how your hair looks, especially if it's your first time coming to my salon. So I usually tell you the step-by-step process that we have to do in the session, and if your hair looks good, then we will take it. But if your hair does not look good, which surprising, even if it's like all virgin hair, like it can still be stubborn. So with that, it will take time in your hair. So it will take time for your hair to kind of get to the color that we want. And if you do have color in your hair, or if you use like box dyes, or have colored it permanently at a salon, I will tell you that you might not get it in one session, or you might not achieve your hair color that you want, and it will be a process as well. And then with that, what we usually do is we strip out your color, which in my services it's considered a color correction, and color corrections are expensive, but you do pay for what you get, and if we're lucky we will get it in one session, but again, no promises. And then, yeah, so third of all, I ask you about your haircuts. So with your haircuts, if you have short hair and you have colored your hair in the past 2 years, so then most likely that color is no longer in there if your hair is like up to your neck and the color was 2 years ago, because every month your hair grows half an inch um, every month, and then within a whole year it's already grown 6 inches. And with your hair being colored 2 years ago and you cut off your hair and it's, you know, like up to your neck, then I know for sure that your color is no longer in there. But if your hair is all the way down to your back and you have colored it 2 years ago and you cut your hair 6 months ago, then yeah, your color is still in there and it will still be considered a color correction, because we have to strip out the color, and you know, it's a double process pretty much. So yeah, so that's how I usually do my consultations, and then after I ask you all these questions, then I just go and tell you the process that we have to do within your session. But yeah, so you know, just go into the salon with a low expectation. Don't expect too much, um, and just trust your stylist, you guys, because we are the professionals. We know what we're doing. So, but that's all that I have to say, talk to you guys about today, and I will come back and talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.